What is up, everybody? My name is Kevin, and today I'm here with.
Like Anton, bro. What it do? KB crew.
Today, we're going to be talking about the best superhero movies of all time. Hopefully, by the end of this video, we'll come to a consensus of what the best superhero movie of all time is. I doubt it. But if you guys are into this sort of content, please subscribe and like this video. And I try to post daily, so if you're into that type of thing, ring the bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Mike, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm fucking chilling, man. How things going with you?
It's going. I was just scrolling on TikTok and I was seeing a bunch of stuff about Supergirl, and I haven't watched it yet. I've heard a lot of bad things about it, but what are your thoughts on just Supergirl being the newest movie in the DC universe?
Well, I haven't been on TikTok in a while. I haven't used that app, so I don't know. I don't know really like the specific news going around about Supergirl. Honestly, if it turns out to be good, I'm more than willing to watch a movie like that. I think branching out to like newer characters that haven't been like they haven't had as much time to shine, like Supergirl or like some other like I think like the direction that they're going with like the Batman villains, like with Clayface, I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, I think that's cool
So I
too.
think
Yeah.
so I think just kind of expanding into like a little into more of like other like lesser known DC characters. I think that's really cool.
I think it's
What do you think?
cool, but my concern about it though is that Clayface being good or not, it's not going to decide whether or not the DC lives on for another 10 years, right? It's mostly about if Batman's good, if Wonder Woman is good, if like the big heroes are good. So
Well, yeah,
I'm just a little concerned we aren't really actually paying attention to them, you know? But
I don't. I'm not too worried about that. Honestly, with how fucking dude, DC's a massive fucking company. If you think that they're not putting a ton of resources into
yeah,
developing Batman or Superman as characters, I don't know what to tell you.
yeah,
I think expanding and like fleshing out your lesser known characters is honestly it could only be a good thing unless if I mean maybe I'm wrong and the guys and like James Gunn is like somehow fucking funneling money into these like
yeah.
B tier movies.
But it's just
That could be
like,
totally true, but
yeah. I
I
mean,
doubt it. I doubt it.
Marvel did the right thing at the beginning where they managed to hit on lesser known characters like Iron Man. Iron Man was not like an
Yeah.
S tier Marvel hero, and they hit on Iron Man. But you see in like the newer Marvel movies, like we had like the Internals and stuff like that. I wouldn't say those were really well known characters. And if you start stringing together a bunch of flops or like movies that people don't enjoy, like Supergirl, it's mostly disliked. I mean, a lot of people think it's pretty mediocre, but if they
Yeah.
continue to not make like the big heavy hitter movies and they just do the lesser known characters and they aren't really that good, then I think this universe is going to be dead sooner than later. But let's hop into this the actual meat of this video though, and let's talk about some of the best superhero movies of all time. I'm a big superhero fan. Mike, I know you're not
Yeah.
maybe the biggest superhero fan, but you still enjoy them, right?
Yeah. I'll watch them. I'll watch them. It's I only I think the problem that most superhero movies have nowadays is that they're trying to be like they're trying to be more like emphasizing the action and like being a superhero as opposed to like actually being a movie. Like I think
I can
what
agree with
makes
that. Yeah.
like you were talking about like Iron Man like a few seconds ago. I think they fucking nailed that movie, and I think the reason they did that is because they made it as a movie. They didn't
Yeah.
make it to be like Iron Man just kicking ass and just being and just like quipping all the time. It's a
Yeah.
fucking movie. It's an
Yeah.
actual movie.
Yeah. I feel like the newer Marvel movies, you're right, they prioritize just being like cool and flashy for people to enjoy. But there's some hidden gems of superhero movies. Some of these movies
Oh, for
people
sure.
consider like the best of all time. So me and Mike, we made our personal top 5 lists of some of our favorite superhero movies. And I wanted to hop into one by one. We'll go back and forth exploring our top five. Do you have any honorable mentions that you couldn't put in the list, or you just have a top five?
Honestly, yo, if I had to put an honorable mention, probably, you know what? I think the Guardians trilogy is really fucking good.
Yeah.
I think that I for how good it is, people don't talk about it nearly as much as it should be.
Yeah. I mean, the first movie's great, right? And even the second one, it's a little more divisive between fans, but I do like the second one. And the third one is
Yeah.
really great. It came out in the time when Marvel was kind of going downhill, and the third one is still really solid. None of those are actually on my list, but they did have like a really big mark on the superhero genre. So my honorable mention, I think I would put Incredibles. Incredibles, it's
Ooh.
it's a really good superhero movie, and I mean, I watched it a bunch as a kid. I just looking back at it now, it there's a little bit of a lull in the middle of the movie, and that's what keeps it from being in my top five. But I think the characters are iconic. The movie's great, but overall, I think it's not as great as the movies above. Is that a hot take to you?
Honestly, I don't think we're that far off in opinions because I have it at the five. I have The Incredibles at the five.
Okay. So we're not like terribly far off. I mean that's the
No.
best thing. Okay. So
Yeah.
you want to go to what your number five is?
Oh yeah. I mean, and The Incredibles is just a fucking fantastic movie, in
Yeah.
my opinion. I would say if that middle path, like that like what was it, like 30 minutes? It's not even that. I would say that
Yeah.
little part where it's like it slows down is not even that long,
Yeah.
right?
It's
So
it's not too long. It's just when he's at the island and when he's discovering just like the whole plot that Syndrome is up to.
yeah.
That's I think it's a necessary part of the movie to slow it down and let the movie breathe just a little bit. But it does hit a little bit of a lull. But that's really my only complaint for the movie. I'm not mad that it's in your top five at all. You know?
But honestly, to me, that it's I've always kind of felt like that. That's like that's always been a common criticism, but I've always felt like that's a bit of a nitpick.
Okay.
Even so, I don't think it's even like Pixar's best movie. I think it's like the LeBron of their catalog. I think
Yeah.
it's like it's just like just behind. But no, I think it's a fantastic movie. I think that what they did for the time, especially with the technology that they had at fucking Pixar,
Yeah.
like this, you have to understand that this is like the first time that that studio, I think any company tried actually making like a movie all about like actual people,
Yeah.
and to have and like to do that when most other fucking movies at the time were looking like they were made out of fucking punch clay.
I know.
Like it's
Yeah. The
like
animation's
as a
great. The animation's
yeah.
great. So I definitely like that pick in the top five. I had to put in my honorable mentions because it is a really good movie. Obviously, if you haven't seen Incredibles, then you should go see it. But my number five is actually Iron Man. I think Iron Man really started it all. It wasn't, of course, the first superhero movie, but I think that's when, around that time, they really started to figure out these movies and how to make them, which, I mean, it is a really great movie. You see Tony Stark, really a selfish person, really stuck up, and he's almost like sheltered. He's very peppered, that playboy type guy, and when he's trapped in that cave, he has to make the decision to really find a way out for himself, like the first time in his life. And I just really think it's an enjoyable movie. It's really entertaining, and it really started the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is one of the most popular just franchises today. So it had to be at my five.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. And that's
is that a hot take for you or no?
no, not at all,
Okay,
not at all. Uh, we're gonna get with another Marvel movie here. I'm gonna put at my four. This I don't know if this is a controversial pick. It probably isn't because
okay,
I know a lot of people saw it and liked it initially. But Logan,
Logan. Okay, yeah,
yeah, Old Man Logan, that was a fucking banger movie, dude.
yeah,
I think it was probably the is probably the only way that they could have sent off that character, well, at least before Deadpool.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that the Hugh Jackman Wolverine character is so iconic. It's just insane. Like I don't know. I really like the X-Men movies. Logan actually isn't in my top five, but
Really, damn.
I think it's in a lot of people's top five list, and I think that's a
Well, yeah,
crime that I didn't put on, but I still like it though.
you can still change it. It's not a set in
I
stone
just
top five.
love these top five movies a lot. So
That's
I
understandable.
couldn't sneak it in. I really couldn't sneak it in, even though I really like the X Men, and the X Men is one of my favorite just teams in general. And I've watched all like the Wolverine movies too, but Logan, it is deservedly in a lot of people's top fives. It just couldn't be in mine. So, um, my number four is actually another Marvel movie, Avengers Endgame. Okay, so before you say anything, right? My thoughts on Avengers
I haven't
Endgame.
said anything yet. I'm gonna let you cook here.
My thoughts on Avengers Endgame. Uh, Avengers Endgame is probably the best finish to that franchise, like that it could have possibly been. I mean, it's finished the story for Iron Man like perfectly. I mean, his death is just really good in that movie. It's very emotionally packed. It's pretty much saying goodbye to this franchise that has been around for like 20 years, right? Even though they didn't use it as the ending, which it should have been, in my opinion, right? They finished Captain America's storyline really well. Captain America, who's given everything to everyone else, instead of like taking time for himself to do what he really wants. And he finally gets that ending in that movie too, right? Black Widow also makes the sacrifice. I think the time travel aspect is a little bit hated on. I think that is probably one of the best executed time travel sequences in all of like the movies that I've watched. To be honest, I think it feels in place versus like Prisoner of Azkaban. The time travel sequence in Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban feels out of place almost, and they never use it again in any of the movies. So I think they do a really good job there. And I just have so much nostalgia. They really did a good job appealing to the fans and giving fans what they wanted. A lot of these franchises or TV shows, they don't give the fans what they want, but this movie it does. So it had to be in my top five too.
Honestly, I feel like I have it outside my top five for the exact same reasons, bro.
Really?
Because this is coming from someone who's not like a huge Marvel fan, like who hasn't like seen all the movies and read all the comic books. So it's like
Yeah.
when I look at the fan service that they show off in Endgame, a lot of the times I just kind of feel like, okay, that's cool and all. Can we actually
Yeah.
get to the fucking? Can we actually get to like the action and the plot here? And
I
like,
get that,
I
but
don't
how
know.
could you say that about Captain America lifting up Thor's hammer? I mean, like that was set up multiple Avengers movies like before it. Like fans really wanted that, you know?
Well, not really. It's not just talk. It's not just like the like Thor's hammer. I think moments like that are cool when they're just like little tidbits where it's like, okay, like
Yep.
they hang on that for a few seconds and then they get and then it shows Cap whipping ass. Okay,
Yeah.
that that to me is cool. But like, dude, I don't know. I feel like they hung on like a few key points where they really could have trimmed that down a bit.
Okay.
And especially because of how long the movie is. Like, dude, I remember what was how long is it?
It's
Like
like three
like three
hours.
hours?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
dude,
3 hours. Yeah. I mean, it really had to deal with a ton of characters. You kind of had to do like a closing chapter for a bunch of them. So I'll give it to that. And I there maybe is a little bit of a lull too, like halfway in the middle when they're doing like the setup for the time travel stuff, but it had to be in my top five. It had to be.
I listen, I can understand that. For me,
Yeah.
I would say Endgame is like a top 10, maybe top 15 movie for me. Or
Okay.
top 15 superhero movies.
Okay. Well, that's a little different then. The top 15 movie and then top 15 superhero movie. I would probably put it maybe in my top 50 movies of all time. So just as a point of reference. What's your
Okay.
you were at number three, right?
Oh yeah, I'm number three.
Okay.
Dude. Um bro, this is a huge one because I'm stuck between two really like banger films.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna put the older one down. I'm gonna say that Iron Man is that's at my three.
Iron Man. Okay.
Yeah,
For the same reasons I said Iron Man was in the top five.
mostly, yeah. Dude, it's just there's so many fucking iconic moments that they managed to get with the writing that
Yeah.
you don't see in any other fucking Marvel movie afterwards.
Yeah,
Like,
it's definitely one of the most emotionally packed ones too. You know, it really is trying to tell like a real story, kind of. You know.
dude, and I think the reason why a lot of people shit on like Iron Man 2 and 3 is because it does exactly what Marvel's been doing for the last like fucking 20 years. They take a character that has
Yeah.
had their moment. They've had their character arc, and then they
Yeah.
just say, "What if they were like that again? What if what if
Yeah.
what if what if what
Yeah.
if after getting his life threatened 20 times, what if Tony just decided, "Hey, I'm going to be a douchebag again?"
Yeah, and there's some
Like,
person that Tony crossed 20 years ago, and they're gonna come back for the revenge. I mean, yeah, you're totally right. I'm a little nicer to Iron Man 3 because I do think there's some good moments in that movie, but obviously not as good as the first one. Okay,
yeah.
you want to hear my first like really
Let's
big hot take?
let's hear it, man.
Number
I'm all for it.
three, The Dark Knight.
Oh, and number 3. Okay.
Yeah,
That's not a crazy take.
I mean,
That is not a crazy take.
some people, most people, I feel like would put that at their number one.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Most people would consider like, oh, that's like the only good superhero movie.
Yeah,
That's like the only one that's actual cinema. It's like, okay, like I can kind of understand that sentiment because
yeah,
a lot of, I mean, it's a lot of schlock these days. But like,
yeah.
dude, there's let's not be fucking hyperbolic here.
Here, I I think The Dark Knight happens to have one of the best acting performances of all time. I mean, it's definitely
Yeah,
in my top 10. Heath Ledger, of course, as Joker is iconic, right?
yeah.
But I feel like there's certain aspects in the movie that it brings it down for me. I feel like Harvey Dent, they did a solid job, at least, of how Harvey Dent looks. Two-Face looks great too, but he's pretty underutilized in the movie. I mean, if you,
Mm.
I just rewatched it and you feel like he's underutilized, and then they kill him in the movie.
I feel like I feel like that's kind of what they wanted though, where they kind of revisioned the character.
I get it, but I just feel like if you're going to underutilize a villain like that, who he's very iconic. I mean, Two Face is one of the best Batman villains, right? I would have loved to at least seen him in maybe the next movie, kind of, or just like you kept him around. I just felt like they didn't fully finish out his arc in that movie, to be honest. And my other nitpick is when I believe Bruce or Batman, he has to go to, I think it's China, and he needs
Yeah,
to go after the shady like
fucking
business people that are
yeah,
funding all
bucks a
like the
Chinese
crime.
CEO in broad
Yeah,
daylight.
yeah, that that whole sequence is super long.
Okay,
That
yeah.
that sequence is long when he is going to go after that business person. So for that reason, I think it's not my favorite Batman movie. I would prefer one other one above it, which maybe it's on this list, but yeah, it's
Well,
definitely in my top
dude,
three.
that that fucking scene was so crazy. That dude, Bruce literally fucking flies he flies in the fucking in what's it called, the bat jet,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
He flies in the bat jet all the way to fucking mainland China. Does not get spotted by anyone, by the way. Does not get fucking spotted, and then
yeah,
abducts an important CEO in broad daylight, blows up a fucking building, and then
yeah,
just leaves with him. Nothing happens. No consequences. He does not have to. He doesn't have to deal with any shit from the Chinese afterwards. He doesn't have to
yeah,
deal with like
yeah.
investors. It's just, oh yeah, we're gonna extradite this
just
guy.
just take him.
Like,
Just take
okay,
him. Yeah, I don't know. That's just like the one part of the movie where I'm really like, ugh. But I just think there's really cool aspects. Of course, you really see Bruce Wayne in this movie or Batman utilize like the Arkham technology from the Arkham games, which I think that's cool. But
yeah,
it's just I feel like it's a lot more grounded in the Batman Begins. and you
Mm.
really see him like he's trying to build himself up, and he doesn't have like access to all this crazy technology like he does in this movie. But again, it's one of the best superhero movies of all time. It's a 4.5 out of 5 movie for me. I'm a little bit harder on it uh, than a lot of other
Oh,
people.
yeah,
So, what's your number
that's
two?
fair. That's fair. Number two, this is another hard one because like I feel like my top three is all like very relative to each other. It's like 1A, 1B, 1C.
Okay.
Honestly, boo. I'm gonna go one step ahead of you here. I'm gonna put the Dark Knight at the two. I
Okay.
honestly have to put it at the two. I can't put it at the one, dude. Just because for how realistic Nolan wanted that trilogy to be, there are some fucking silly moments. There are some
Yeah.
silly ass moments, like with the abduction scene I was talking about earlier. Like
Yeah.
that to me is like with a movie like that, there's at least a little bit of like suspending your belief and like
Yeah, of
realistically,
course.
I could see a lot of people seeing that scene and be like, okay, yeah,
And you know what?
I see nothing
There's
wrong with
people
that.
out there they would just say like it's a movie, dude. Like blah 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 blah. But
Yeah, and I
you
get that. I
also,
I totally get that. But
yeah,
like, come on, dude,
you have
come
to
on. You're
you have to be able to understand what's happening in the world that it's in. You know, like in the world that's set up in like a realistic situation like that with just Batman inserted in. Batman would not be able to get away with that. You're totally right. But
I will say
um,
though, I really if it weren't for those, I would have been at number one. And it's not just because of like the performance of Heath Ledger and then like all the other moving pieces. I think what really kills it for or like what really like nails it for me is that it allows its villains to have their moments and have like their sort of fucking like
yeah,
suspense as opposed to like most other hero movies where it's like, oh, I'm the bad guy, I'm gonna do this, and then immediately after they get fucking kicked in the mouth, right?
yeah,
Like I feel like that sort of like control that they show the Joker having, where he's just like kind of like he's just fucking masterminding. That movie does a mastermind villain so fucking perfectly,
I
and
agree.
I have to commend it for that because there's like those types of movies where they have like a super like a genius character that's like fucking, oh, I'm 10 steps ahead of you,
It
I'm
always
10 steps
gets,
ahead of
yeah.
you. It's
That villain always gets like taken out like
the
very
problem with
quickly.
that is it's that it's I don't want to discredit the people who are in Hollywood that are writing this shit, but like I kind of have to say this. It's stupid people that are trying to write smart characters,
Yeah.
and they have no idea how smart people actually think.
Well, like even like Game of Thrones, right? This is completely off the cuff here, but Game of Thrones,
Oh
you
yeah.
had a bunch of masterminders. Like Tyrion, he was one of the
Oh,
smartest characters for like multiple seasons. And then in the
talk your
last couple
shit, dude.
seasons, he just like gets nerfed because they didn't know how to write him. They had to keep going in the direction they were going. They had to nerf a bunch of the smart characters, and a bunch of them ended up dying because of it. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
You're totally right.
they lost steam there. They had to resort to jingling keys.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but my number two, okay, is the Batman Begins, and my
That's
take,
above the Dark Knight for you.
yeah,
Wow. Wow. What a fucking take.
it's
All right,
because
all right. Let's hear it.
Batman Begins, I believe, is the best origin story for any superhero movie. Like any superhero movie, I think it's up there with like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire as like one of the best origin movie for a superhero. But this, I mean, you see Christian Bale, he absolutely kills it in this role. Um, the parents' death. When I think of the parents dying, this is a movie I think of. I watched this movie, but I think Ra's al Ghul is a good villain in this too. Liam Neeson does a great job. He's one of the best actors working, and yeah, I just love how it's super grounded. You see him having to build his arsenal up. He doesn't have all the gadgets right away. You could see he's hurting, and he just grows as the persona of Batman. And so for that reason, I think it's really good. And Scarecrow, I think he's an interesting side villain that isn't killed off in this movie. He's able to be brought back in other movies too. I do think this is a good movie. So, yeah.
Some honestly, that might be the first hot take you've had in this entire video so far.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I can't say that I don't see the vision though. There's a bit of truth because for me, Batman Begins is like one of those movies where it's like it's almost in that top tier of superhero movies, but
yeah.
there's too much that I have a problem with. But I'm gonna this isn't it's not on my list, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But
Okay. Well, what was your number one though?
I was gonna get to that, and actually, I found it very interesting that you're talking about the greatest superhero origin movie of all time, and you didn't even make a fucking allusion to Into the Spider-Verse. Dude, you're
um,
laughing now? Dude, it is oh my God. You have no idea how much love I have for that movie.
okay. Go into your reasons as to why you think Into the Spider-Verse is your favorite.
I think the pacing of it. I think the pacing of having Miles stumble across, and I think it's the perfect remix of the classic Spider-Man story, right? I
Yeah.
think I think having a lot of those moments where they kind of they make a twist of things, like where they reveal that the Uncle Aaron is the fucking Prowler
Yeah,
and not
that
just
is a
like the
crazy
guy who's supposed to get
twist.
shot, and then he ends up getting fucking shot anyways through the movie. Dude, that is dude. I I think I think Into the Spider-Verse is without a doubt, even outside superhero movies, I think it is the best origin story that we have gotten in the last 20, 30 years. At the very least. At the very least.
A lot of people would agree with you. A lot of people would agree with you.
It's
I
a fucking that I don't say this for a lot of things. This is a fucking legendary movie.
I my issue with it, right? As a whole animation, right? I I have a little bit of a tougher sell like getting into the animation, right? But I love Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. It's a shame that I couldn't put Spider-Man on this list, even though Spider-Man is one of my favorite characters. I mean, he's probably second or third for me, right? Um, but Into the Spider-Verse, I remember seeing this in theaters. I was super interested in the whole multiverse aspect. But honestly, just the trilogy of this whole new thing that they're doing here, I think it's bringing it down for me slightly. I mean, Across the Spider-Verse is an uneven movie. It was, in my opinion, just like a setup movie for the third movie that hasn't came out yet. It's been delayed multiple years. And
Okay. That's understandable.
I I don't I can't really say much criticisms. I just feel like for whatever reason I haven't watched this movie as much as like the top five. And I could understand why this would be in people's top fives, but my top five is just some of the objective or the most popular opinions for the superhero movies of like best of all time and like my personal favorites. This isn't my personal favorite. So I don't know. I don't judge you. I
Listen,
don't judge you.
no, for sure, for sure. I just think, dude, and not just as a movie. I also like to think as like a because I myself I'm a bit of a I like to think of myself as a bit of an animation buff. I get invested into these things.
Yeah.
When I look at the impact that this movie has had on across the entire pretty much across the entire fucking world at this point. You see
Yeah.
so many shows and movies that try to fucking emulate that exact style that Spider-Verse had, and none of them can fucking do it. They either fail at doing so or they make something else new, which granted,
I agree.
I'm not going to say that that's a bad thing. That I mean, you look at you look at a show like Arcane that sort of takes that sort of like unique 3D plus a little bit of like 2D
Yeah.
animation style. And I think that's fucking awesome. But you wouldn't have that without Spider-Verse. You just
I
wouldn't.
agree. Yeah. It's revolutionary,
That's
the
my
art
take.
style. Yeah. It looks
That's my
great.
take.
Okay. I don't blame you. I don't blame you for putting a number one. I don't blame you for putting a number one. It's just one of those, again, not one of my favorites. So I just prefer the live action more. But
I get that.
my number one, I mean, this list on both of our ends has kind of been dominated by Marvel. No? I mean,
Yeah,
outside of The Dark
I think so.
Knight, right? You only had one
I
DC
think
movie.
I think I know where this is going. I'm excited to hear this.
Avengers Infinity War is my number one. Avengers Infinity War is my number one. How do you feel about
Yeah,
that?
honestly, I don't think I could have thought of a more ice cold take in my life. I think that
Yeah?
is like the definitive. Like if you pulled like a million people who watched superhero movies, I would bet my entire life savings that makes it towards the top. I would bet my entire fucking life savings.
It would definitely be top five for most people, right?
Yeah, for sure,
It, it,
dude. It
it
made
is just
how much
such a
did it
great
gross on
movie.
release? Let me look this up real quick.
I'm assuming
Infinity
2
War
billion, right? Or Endgame did 2 billion for sure. Um,
box office sales. Let's look at this. 2.052 billion. So 2 billion fucking dollars. And this was back in like what? It was when was this? This was
2018, 2019? No?
in 2018. Dude, when this shit released and people were finding out how much money this was making, this was fucking astounding. The last time that you saw a movie making this much was fucking Avatar, and that was a cultural shift.
Yeah.
Whether you
I
want to admit it or not, that was a fucking huge turning point in cinema. And to see that happen again, dude, honestly, I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all for this pick.
I I just love everything about this movie, to be honest. If I'm in like the mood to watch a superhero movie, I'm watching this because, all your criticisms about Marvel still stand. I mean, the story is on the back burner, and it's more so what the characters are or what the characters are doing, and just a lot of moving parts to make things look great. I don't really care, though. I think this movie is just one of the most entertaining superhero movies of all time. And I think Thanos is probably my second favorite super villain of all time from this
Number
movie.
one, Joker.
Number one's Joker. Yeah.
Okay.
In movie form, I'm talking about straight movies here. I think Heath Ledger's performance is number one. And I think Thanos is probably number two for me. I can't think of a better villain in a superhero movie than those two. No?
Honestly, my problem is just I can't get over how fucking stupid his motivation is. I cannot get for me to look at a character that I'm seeking all the power in the fucking universe so I can kill half of everyone. Why? And I'm asking, okay, why would you want to do that? Oh, the universe doesn't have enough resources. So it's like, okay, so double the fucking resources then. What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you doing?
I I
This,
understand
it's
that. But in his case, right, he had already lost his family and his planet. No,
yeah,
he already had lost his planet due to this, and so being a villain, right, and him not really giving a shit in the world, right, you would want if you lost your entire family, right, and to like resources and not having enough of resources, why would you just want to save everyone else by doing a bunch of other resources? I mean, that's what I guess a normal person would do, but he's called the Mad Titan because he wants everyone to feel the same way he did. No?
dude. And the fact that dude, I saw a clip of like what was I think it's called Marvel What If, like this little like
Yes.
mini animated series.
Yep.
They have an episode where Thanos becomes like a fucking guardian of the galaxy, and they make an offhand joke about like, oh, so I, he told me, T'Challa told me about, maybe what if we moved into, doubling the resources instead of having the population,
Yeah.
and he made a very convincing argument. It's like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
I get what you're saying.
That's all it
I can
took.
overlook that
That's all
though.
it took for you.
I can overlook
Like
that.
that's. I'm
I,
not gonna say that it's a bad movie. That would be like
yeah.
that would be fucking. I don't want to lie here, but me personally, I think it's number 6 or 7 for me.
Okay. I just think it takes Avengers, the first film, is so iconic because it took all these characters from different movies, and we've never seen that before, where you got all these characters together in a compelling story. This one, it takes maybe 20 or 30 different characters from different movies, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
it all built up to one thing, and it managed to give all those characters a significant amount of time and character development in this movie. And the ending is maybe one of the best superhero movie endings of all time. I mean, that is undeniable. That is undeniable. That is shocking, right? And I remember watching this opening night as a kid and being, my life changed after that moment because that was a crazy ending. That is just an undeniable crazy ending. So it had to be my number one.
honestly, dude. You talk about like watching it opening night, dude. I remember when I watched this in theaters, dude. Towards the ending, when fucking I think when Peter was talking like, I don't feel so good, and he's holding Tony Stark. I saw someone fucking pass out in the theater, and they had to get fucking taken to the
But that
hospital.
was that was the craziest thing at the time. That never happens where the superheroes lose. It broke the formula
Yeah,
that Marvel had set for pretty much 15 years, right? Like
it
that
was
was
dude. It was
crazy.
fucking crazy. That
Yeah,
experience going there for the first time when everybody is losing their fucking minds.
I
I
know.
don't think we'll get that. I don't think we'll ever get that again.
No. But
Not
so
for another movie. No.
okay. So I think we were kind of on the same page here, right? With
It's a fucking terrible photo. Oh my
it
god.
was the only photo I could find. But I think we were kind of on the same page in terms of Marvel, at least quality wise, has been better than DC up to this point, movie wise. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. They're more consistent, I'll say that.
Yeah. I mean, I really hope that the DC picks it up in the coming years. But overall, Marvel, I'm excited about Avengers Doomsday. Are you excited for Avengers Doomsday?
Ooh, dude, honestly, I feel like I'm more excited for the fucking new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, the Spider-Man movie looks
I've
good
seen
too.
I've seen the trailers for that and it looks insane. It
Yeah, it
looks
looks
insane.
incredible. It looks incredible. I'm a big Spider-Man guy, so anything with him that is just super
Mm.
entertaining. But I just wanted to go over this Rotten Tomatoes list of the 100 best superhero movies.
Okay.
Let me upload this, and we're gonna
And what do we
see
say?
if they agreed with us here. Okay, because I think that's a good reference point. Okay, so number one,
Mm.
Into the Spider Verse.
Let's fucking go. Dude, even the fucking everybody knows this is the best superhero movie. Everyone knows this.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. It is easily
Bro,
my top 10.
it's not even that the critics and the audience disagree. Dude, look at the fucking audience score. That's a 93. When have you ever seen a 93 on a
Okay.
movie like this?
How about this? I'd be willing to put this in my top five, not my number one. Would that be
Oh,
a good?
I'm saying that you need to, you should put it in your top five. You're just wrong. No, I think that I think the reasons you gave for your 5 picks were valid. I just think that like if we're gonna talk objectively, like completely aside from our own personal picks, this has to be at the very least in the top five.
I would agree with that. I mean, it is one of the best looking animated movies of all time. It might be my best. It might be the best looking, to be honest. Number two,
Let's look at the Incredibles pick right here. 75% on audience scores. Are you fucking out of your mind?
and what's really
Wow.
ironic about that is that it is one of the best Pixar movies. It genuinely is one of the best Pixar movies. I mean, this is just, it's crazy how the audience and people hate on critics, but the critics got it right here. You know? I don't know. I think that's
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
dude. I think that's kind of a lot of like I think that's the case for a lot of like those older 2000s, like early 2010s movies. like those
Yeah.
early like animated movies. Like you see so many of those movies that like don't get a ton of attention when they get released, and then like like 5, 10 years down the line, everybody's talking about them. That happened with The Incredibles. It happened with fucking
Yeah.
Megamind. It happened with a lot of DreamWorks movies
I
actually.
agree.
I was
Yeah.
surprised to see that. But
Black
anyways,
Panther at number 3.
oh, that was I low key. That might be my 8, maybe my 7 or an 8.
It's in my top 15.
It's it's in my top 10, I would say.
Chadwick
It's
Boseman is definitely one of the best superhero castings of all. He's like iconic with
for
Black
sure,
Panther.
for sure.
I saw this movie 3 times in movie theaters, I think.
Really?
But on my most recent rewatch, it wasn't my favorite, to be honest. So I
I mean, there's
I
there's
could see
there's
it.
stuff to hate about this movie for sure. Like some of the CGI moments were fucking stupid.
Terrible. Yeah.
Some of like the like there it has its moments where it just does not live up to potential. But I
Yeah.
think for what it is, it's a great movie.
Yeah. It is a really great movie. Number 4, Across the Spider-Verse, is maybe one of the worst picks I've seen in a top 10.
No,
I mean,
get the fuck out of here.
no,
You give
this
me the
does
fucking
not
jingle with
deserve to
keys in
be in
front
the
of you
top 10
again.
at all.
Jingle, jingle, Kevin. Fucking
This
jingle, jingle. Get
no.
the fuck out of here with
Yeah,
that shit. Oh my God.
that's ironic
Oh
that
my
you brought
God.
up
Get
the
out of here
jingle
with that.
jingle. That's ironic that you brought up the jingle jingle when this is literally dangling a carrot in front of the audience for, oh, stay tuned for the third movie that we're gonna have to delay 8 years because
I'm not even
Shamik
gonna
Moore
say
is a
I'm not even
weirdo.
gonna say that's a
Shamik
terrible
Moore
take.
is a weirdo.
I'm not even gonna say it's a terrible take. I will say they totally like bait and switch you with the fucking with the cliffhanger. But the only reason I feel like you're saying that is because I know because we've had this conversation before. You don't feel like there enough happened in this movie, and I completely disagree with that. I don't. I think there is plenty that happens in this movie for it to warrant that sort of that cliffhanger where it's like, okay, here comes the next movie. I
I
think
can
the only
see that.
complaint
Yeah,
about
I can
that for
understand
me
that.
is that they're just taking so fucking long with this one, which is like that's more of like a meta issue. That's like a
Yeah,
like that's not a
we
critique of the movie itself.
can agree to disagree, but honestly, definitely not top 20 for me.
Not even
Teenage
top
Mutant Ninja
20.
Turtles.
Wow. Okay. All
I
right. You
haven't
know what?
watched
We'll
this
move on.
movie.
We'll move on. This video's already going way too fucking long. Let's just keep moving with it.
Endgame.
Wait, what? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's a superhero movie?
yeah.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. They are. I just don't think of them as like actual superheroes. I think they're just like their own thing.
I think of them more as just. I don't think of them as superheroes, but if they want to, I haven't watched this movie. I heard it was kind of
Yeah, me
good,
neither.
but
Same.
Avengers Endgame deserves to be in the top
Wait,
10.
over Infinity War?
That is what's crazy to me though.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Endgame, they have
That
Endgame
is a
over The
take.
Dark Knight
That is a
too.
take.
Endgame over The Dark Knight is a really interesting take too.
Whoa, wait. Pull that back up real quick.
Yeah,
To Endgame?
yeah,
94-90 over 94-94. Who
yeah.
the fuck is making
I don't
this
know.
list?
Whoever made this list seriously messed up because how is The
This
Dark
is,
Knight
thi-
not over Avengers Endgame?
this is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen. It
Dude,
literally beats scores even with it on both categories.
whoa! Black Panther is over Avengers Endgame and The Dark Knight.
Okay, so they're not making it based like purely off of metrics. This is like some dude's personal opinions.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Um,
You could have led
Iron
with
Man
that, but all
in the
right.
8.
Okay, that's fair. Smoking.
Smoking causes coughing. What the hell is this?
I I guess, bro. I fucking guess. Like
This
Logan at
is
the
some
10. I fucking
artsy
sniped that, by
fartsy
the way.
Logan
I
at 10.
sniped fucking Logan, by the way. I called that shit
Oh my goodness.
out,
Oh my
out of the
goodness.
fucking stratosphere. Phew.
Whoa. Wonder Woman is really good, but Wonder Woman being at 11, and this is a
Whoa,
horrendous
whoa,
list.
whoa. Okay. Maybe I haven't seen it in a while. But I remember the two Wonder Woman movies being like one was like mid, and then the other one was just like garbage.
Yeah, the
How
second
the
one is
fuck is this
garbage.
11th?
I'm gonna
11th.
just quickly
Wow.
go through the top 20. Thor Ragnarok,
All right.
fine.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's a decent pick for 12. No Way
Spider-Man
Home.
No Way
Okay.
Home, that's a solid one. I'd put up there. Incredibles 2.
Are you shitting me? You, bro, the audience score is better on 2 than it is for 1. How the fuck? How is that happening?
I don't know. And
Dude,
Incredibles
oh
2,
my god.
I did not like Incredibles 2 that much. I didn't think it was that
Mijo,
good.
oh, this list is cooked. This list is so cooked.
Spider-Man 2, and that is like one of the most popular just
Yeah,
Spider-Man movies.
that's fair.
Homecoming, that is a hot take.
Is it?
Guardians of the
Some people like
Galaxy,
that. Yeah.
uh, I think it's a little bit. Homecoming is good, but it's a little bit high for my liking.
Okay.
RoboCop,
The classic.
I don't think that really counts as a superhero movie personally. But
Yeah, I guess.
Teen Titans Go
It's
the
like in
movie.
that
This
era,
movie's a banger, by the way. This
Teen Titans
movie,
Go movie.
this movie is a banger. If you guys haven't watched Teen
All right,
Titans Go the
pitch this to
movie,
me. I need to be sold on this. Pitch this to me real quick, Kev.
from what I remember, I watched this in the movie theater, and the Teen Titans Go squad has to interact with all the Justice League members. And I believe all the Justice League members, maybe they get captured by Darkseid, and they, for whatever reason, have to go back in time to the origin of every single Justice League member, and they almost like riff off of like what happened in each origin story, and it is hilarious. I mean, I remember there was some inside joke about Aquaman, and I believe they had to do some like pollution, and a fish dies or something like that, and it was really
Okay.
funny. It was
Okay. You
very
know that
funny.
honestly, that's a good pitch. I might be sold on that. I might watch that sometime
I
soon.
definitely recommend it. It is very funny, but I cannot believe it's this high, to be honest with you. And then Marvel's The
It
Avengers
feels
is
like the kind of
in the
movie.
20.
That feels like the kind of movie you throw on when you're babysitting someone.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
not like no shade to the people who made that movie. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Marvel's The Avengers, it has to be in the top 20 best
Yeah,
superhero movies of all time. But no DC movies outside of The Dark Knight.
yeah. That's honestly that's a little. Not even the Batman.
No.
I thought for sure that would have been on here.
Let me try and look.
Shazam! No. Scroll the fuck back up. Scroll the fuck back up. Shazam is in the top. What is it? Top 23, and not even a mention of the Batman. Not even a fucking
The Batman.
mention of that motherfucker.
The Batman hasn't even. The Suicide Squad is even above the Batman too. This is an absurd
This is
list.
this. Once we got outside of the top 5, they just started fucking. They just whipped up some bullshit here. Superman 2, Ant-Man,
The Dark
whoa,
Knight
whoa, whoa,
Rises. What? No way. The Dark
wait.
Knight Rises.
Pull that one up, one spot up. Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Oh my goodness, that is
and no Batman.
hilarious. No
No
Batman.
Batman.
Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants.
I saw that though. I saw that in theaters. It was low-key gas. I'm not even
Okay.
gonna lie.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie. It was low-key gas.
Oh my God.
At 41. Oh my! So they
Avengers
have it on the
Infinity
list,
Wars
but they
at
just
42. Avengers Infinity Wars at 42.
wow.
Wow.
Yo, let me see who fucking made this list. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Let's fucking look this up. Who the
Uh,
whose takes are these?
who did this?
Have this? Oh, they're unnamed. Okay, yeah,
They
fucking
had
good.
to keep them
Dude,
unnamed, or else they would have gotten
yeah. If I if
harassed.
yeah it, yeah, I would have killed to have fucking taken my name off that. If I had to post those takes on fucking Rotten Tomatoes, I would have left my name off there too.
But yeah, I don't know. That is just absolutely absurd. But
Yeah.
what do you guys think of this video? My name is Kevin. This is Anton. And if you guys are
Nope.
interested in this sort of content, we could probably do this again if Anton's up for it. And
For sure.
yeah, Do you want to advertise yourself on anything? Do you want people to follow you if they made it this far in the video?
I'm not on anything right now, but honestly, the way that this is going, I could see myself doing like a little YouTube channel sometime in the future. This
Yeah.
is honestly kind of fun.
Yeah, no, it's fun to talk about the movies and everything and listening to other people's takes and everything. Um, but yeah, I
This
really
is
had
kind of
fun
cool.
today. And comment down below what your personal favorite superhero movie would be. All right. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.